Hey guys, welcome back to the show. If you're new, please subscribe. It is greatly appreciated. This time I am at Vedauwoo in Wyoming. So if you've not heard of the place, it is famous for being really that blue-collar, off-width climbing area. However, there's also lots of really great hand cracks and finger cracks in the area. So it's really worth checking out, even if you're not into the whole off-width thing. Now, first, let me talk to you a little bit about camping beta. All right, so there is the Vedauwoo campgrounds, which is really conveniently located within 5 minutes of pretty much anything you want to climb. It's $10 a night. It's first come, first serve, and that includes your fees for just being in the park. If you don't camp at the park, there's a $5 day use fee for Vedauwoo. Okay, now we chose to camp at Kurt Gowdy State Park. It's 25 minutes down the road, has nicer bathrooms, has shower facilities, which Vedauwoo does not have, has a little camp store, and really pretty camping down by the reservoir. So I'm actually at the Hecla Point campground. There's a whole bunch of different campgrounds in the area, and these campsites can all be reserved. So if you're worried about the first come first serve thing, you can definitely reserve here. However, being at Vedauwoo for the last couple of days, it doesn't look like there's much of an issue if you're going to show up during the week, at least, to get a site. There are plenty of campsites there. So as far as climbing goes, the climbing is amazing. The rock formations are just unbelievable. I'm telling you, this place is magical, and you got to check it out. All right, so day one, we went over to the Nautilus, which is really that iconic climbing rock formation that you think of when you think Vedauwoo. Got on some of the low-grade classics. Now a lot of your climbing here is going to be sandbagged compared to what you might be used to at other places, like the Red, for example, or really anywhere in the Midwest, Illinois, Wisconsin. Started out with a nice finger crack called Cornelius that was just perfect and really well worth the climb. Then got on one of the wide cracks. Now it's considered an off-width. It's called Easy Jam. It's only a 5.4. I don't know that I would consider it an off-width, really. For me, it was fists and knees all the way up. But still, you're jamming your body in there. Definitely kind of right at the edge of what I would consider an off-width. But a fantastic entry into Vedauwoo climbing. And in between those two climbs is a friction slab called Pretty. It's 5'8", and really just amazing friction climbing. Really interesting here. Different than some of the other places I've gone and done friction climbing, like at Jackson Falls, for example. Jackson Falls is really fine, hard sandstone, and you are friction climbing on those slopers. Here, it's all about these tiny little pebbles that are sticking out of the rock, out of the granite. Finding those little nubbins to crimp on as you're, frictioning your feet, trusting your feet to go up that slab. Really cool climbing, definitely worth checking out. Day two, went over to Poland Hill. Now, Poland Hill is not as popular a place as the Nautilus, but well worth visiting. Went back to the Rat Brain section, which is just one of the portions of Poland Hill. And there are area classics like Kim, which is they call it a hand crack. It's more like rattly fingers. There's another friction face climb. These things are a little run out at the top, but still fun with a couple of bolts. And then there's another one that's kind of a hand crack, boulder hop. Several other climbs in that area that are really just amazing. Also did some hiking. The Turtle Rock trail is amazing and goes around, one of the major climbing areas, which is Walt's Wall, where you will find Edwards Crack, and that is, a 2-pitch hand crack, just amazing. Now, if you are going to come out here, there is one thing to note: there's not a lot of bolted anchors. So, some climbs are going to require a walk-off, or others may, some scrambling, down climbing. But mainly what that means is when you come out here with a climbing partner, don't expect to lead it, lower down or wrap off and then lead it, right? You're going to climb it, someone's going to second it, clean the gear, and then you guys are going to walk off, all right, and go find your next climb. So, it's more of a, old school trad climbing area. There is one sport climbing area, and that is Beehive Buttress. Now, I didn't make it out there. I hear it's not quite the same style of climbing as the rest of Vedauwoo, but if you need a break and you want to go do some sport climbing, that's a place to check out. All right, guys, check out the climbing. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.